The movie buff back here to talk about Sinners. Just got the chance to see that on HBO Max streaming, and it's the new film by Ryan Coogler, who directed Black Panther, and what an amazing flick! Totally enjoyed it. A fan, and what homage to the horror genre, as well as Mississippi Delta blues and the Chicago blues style electrified. Um, Watch out for spoilers as always. I'm going to kind of go over a bit of the synopsis and things I think about it, as well as the production and cast. So, Sinners is part of this new art renaissance horror resurgence in film, and we've seen films in the past couple of years like Barbarian, Substance, Weapons, even last year, and these films are garnering Oscar nominations and Golden Globe nominations and winning. This has been nominated now for 16 Oscar award nominations. So if it takes even a portion of that, including Best Picture, which it might, is going to be up there with epic films like Ben-Hur and Titanic. I mean, has the most Oscar nominations currently. The second holder for Oscar nominations is One Battle After Another, which I've already gone over on this channel. Do check that out. I like that so much, One Battle After Another by Paul Thomas Anderson, that I was in a way kind of secretly hoping I wouldn't like Sinners, but it was the exact opposite effect on me as a viewer and critic, that I actually loved it. And it was like, oh God, this is going to be a tough year, for the Oscars. We got so many good films and directors and actors that are competing for these awards. It can go any way, I really feel. I'll give you my Oscar analysis later in a longer video, but let's talk about Sinners. This story of Elijah and Elias, played by Michael B. Jordan, Smoke and Stack, that come back from World War I as veterans to like a Jim Crow town in the South, where they want to open a juke joint. So that really sets the stage. And it kind of had that rhythm to the film, much like From Dusk Till Dawn by Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino, where they really have more of the story being developed and character development for like a third, if not half of the film, before you even see part of the horror action, and that gets you more buy-in with the characters. So an interview with Tarantino talking about that's why they approached From Dusk Till Dawn that way, Robert Rodriguez and him. That's with George Clooney and Salma Hayek. That said, it follows also the story of Sammie, who is really made his debut here in this film, and likely might just actually win some awards himself. I think he's won something for Golden Globes, and maybe as like a new up and coming debut actor, Miles Caton. Michael B. Jordan plays both Smoke and Stack in the film. Well done. Hats off to him. This might be his year. We'll see. He's up against like Timothy Chalamet for Mighty Supreme and Leonardo DiCaprio too. So he's got his work cut out for him. I think Ethan Hawke and Blue Moon as well. But tour de force performance, and I believe both characters, and didn't like ever think throughout the film that it was like the same guy, the same actor playing both of them. Essentially, they come down from Chicago with some money and some bootlegged liquor and beer and want to start this juke joint. And lo and behold, Miles Caton's character, Sammie, who's the son of a preacher, has a gift, to play the guitar and sing the blues. And this is a gift that can summon spirits from the future, spirits from the past, good or bad, and ends up doing so. Okay. And so you have this spectacle musical you're watching. Well done. Haven't seen a musical done this well, probably since Moulin Rouge, in my opinion. I know some people were a big fan of Chicago and it won Best Picture, but I'm telling you this, you don't even think of it as a musical at points, but really truly is. And blues and bluegrass, Americana traditional music, homage. And they actually take you through the whole story, and Sammie is in the course of saving himself and perhaps some others, from this demonic force and horror vampire-like character, is scarred across his face, okay, and returns to his father at church, which is actually the 2/3 or 3/4 point of the story, although it opens the film. Okay. I love movies like that. Forrest Gump did something similar, but then the movie goes on a little bit, and you see him go on his way amidst the beautiful horizons and sunsets and sunrises of cotton fields that was so gorgeously filmed and photographed. It was just amazing. Beautiful film to watch, wonderful music, wonderfully performed, the choreography, all of it. Okay. I just was captivated, blew by, gone into it thinking, I don't want to like this film. I hope it's as poorly produced as Emilia Perez, which I actually, with Emilia Perez, I did like that film until it garnered so many nominations. I didn't think it was that quality of a film. If you watch my video on it from last year, which I'd recorded before it won all the Oscar nominations, this was kind of opposite experience. Here it has all these Oscar nominations, and I'm kind of going into it thinking, I don't want to like this film. I do that sometimes because I like another film so much, like One Battle After Another, or Bugonia even. And whoa, it blew me out of my seat. I was just so enthralled with it. Even though at home streaming it, quiet, saying nothing, watching the film. We have pretty good cinematic etiquette in our family, all of us being movie buffs. My children enthralled in it, my wife glued to the tube. And at the end of the movie, geniusly done. And I need to look into this more to see, if Cooper actually got, what would it be? Ryan Coogler got Buddy Guy, the famous blues guitar player, singer of the Chicago style movement, which is basically the Mississippi Delta took blues all the way up to industry, Detroit, Michigan, and Chicago, where there were factories and lots of jobs for blacks, right, last century. And with technology and electricity and amplifiers and electric guitars, the blues got electrified with Muddy Waters and Buddy Guy, etc. And that's what Chicago blues style kind of also, other details to it are, them playing the guitar with their fingers, etc., etc. But Buddy Guy is like 90 years old, and in the movie at the end, scarred from playing the character of Sammie. And I was like, does he actually have scars? I had to look it up. He doesn't. Those were actually makeup effects and prosthetic kind of scars put on. But to wrap up the movie with him was genius. Even he did such a great job acting. And what a piece of our history, for an American genre, the blues, which comes from our country and comes from Black culture and, the rhythm and the soul that, they brought with them from Africa. So this was just so superbly done, so entertaining. You got to see it. I am a definite fan. I am now a bit confused and still need to see other films that are being nominated and contenders for the Oscar Best Picture, although I've seen almost all of them. And I will get you that synopsis and overview as soon as I can before they come out with my predictions, as always, as every year. So with that said, get out, see Sinners. I might have to do a second part to this because it's so good. I've overlooked a lot of the actors or those contending for Best Actress, and going into even the music with Ludwig Göransson. And so I definitely will probably have to make a second part to that. But for this one, it's already pushing 10 minutes almost. Get out, check out Sinners. Excellent film. That's all, folks.